Yeah, just flip the little lever there and then... No, not that one. Ooh. Hello, dungeon friends. I'm the Lich, and this is the Liching Hour. Before you do whatever it is you do when you get here, in dungeon news. Got a couple of announcements this week. Monsters, Owlbear Wrestling is being postponed this week, along with Greg Snaggle's basket weaving class, Cherry's Read and Sing Along on level 2, and Smooth A Sporaporium on level 5. And yes, this is because we still have a lot of puddings wandering the halls. Apparently, they don't understand that pudding week is over. I've reached out to the Mages Guild to see if there's any pudding whisperers that can help us out here. I'm on it. Until then, don't go anywhere alone, and be careful. And when for some reason they like to hang out in restrooms. Don't know why. I'm on it. Okay? It won't be much longer, I promise. Hang in there. That's the news for tonight. Enjoy your stay. Viva la Dungeon.
Hello, it is Friday night. Welcome to the Dungeon fans. I'm Kevin from Level 9. Thank you, Lich, for the news. Tonight is Dungeon Crawl Classics night. We are continuing the People of the Pit. Our heroes, our group of level 1 heroes, where we last left them in the very dark, large cave, having just finished fighting victoriously. They are victorious, fighting 2 basilisks. Luckily, nobody was turned to stone, so that's good. But there was some damage being done. There was some damage done. Before we get into that, if you're new, this is all about playing Dungeon Crawl Classics, People of the Pit, and chat plays. So throughout this, if you want to chime in, or if you're on YouTube watching this, just post some comments and stuff, and then come see me live. I hope to have you influence the way the story goes. I'll be asking some direct questions throughout while I'm doing this, but also chime in at any time to help guide the narrative. So Naomi, our cleric, is just as worried as I am about making sure that a couple of these people are healed up. But they're in a very dark cave. They got a couple of torches lit, and they're standing over the bodies of these 2 odd creatures that they don't really have the word basilisk. We know them as basilisks. They had these odd horns that Tarloff, our thief, cut off, and surely worth some money back, if they survive. But the party decides to keep moving at a brisk pace, get through the cavern, get a little further deep in, maybe to feel like a little more safe before Naomi starts healing people. As they kind of maneuver through the stalactites, they start seeing the edge of a wall, and they come around and suddenly find themselves in a different portion of the cave. In fact, it opens up, and there's a vague sense of light. It's almost as if the dark got lighter, but they don't see a source of light. The elves and halflings can see pretty well, and but by the light of their torches and this new kind of less dark, they are in a rocky cave about 50 feet across. The cave opened into another cave. The floor is littered with debris, but what catches their attention immediately is the enormous tentacle rising on right on the floor, undulating and twitching periodically. Its base vanishes into the darkness of a wide hole in the center of the room. The tentacle has a rope ladder and rigging strapped to it. The tentacle arcs toward them as if it detects their presence and slowly advances. They're taken aback by this. Everybody moves back a little bit. The tentacle stops moving. It doesn't seem to be aggressive, but it does know they're there. Naomi decides that she whispers, because if you remember, Naomi's had her throat crushed in the last adventure. She can only whisper now, and she come back. They move back in the room. They hadn't been attacked in the other cave, the larger portion of the cave. So she decides that this is the right time to do that. So I waited till now to roll because I want to see how the night's gonna go. I rolled a few times before starting the stream to kind of roll off, and I rolled double 20s, so I'm feeling pretty good. It's important how I'm gonna move out of studio mode. There we go. It's important to see how a cleric rolls, because a cleric could get disapproval. She doesn't have the best relationship with her goddess yet. Hey, Heroic. How's it going, man? Okay. Naomi's going to heal up. Atticus was hurt pretty bad. She's going to heal the halfling. One of the halflings. He's lawful. She's neutral, so he is adjacent to her. And that is a 10. Plus 2 is 12. Just barely. Just barely is able to heal him 1 die. That's D6. Well, every bit helps. That's 2. It's 2 hit points. And then Armstrong. Now Armstrong, yeah, he's adjacent too because he's chaotic. She's neutral. So we're gonna roll that other D20. Yeah, I rolled a couple warm-up rolls and got double 20s, so I'm feeling pretty bold. 12, 14. Oh, cool. 14 puts it as a 2 dice, and that's good because wizards have D4s for 5 points of damage. Awesome. That almost heals Armstrong, our wizard, up. Okay. Soft whispers to her goddess. Wounds kind of knitting up. Everyone thanks her, and then now the tentacle. I don't know if you just joined, if you heard Heroic, but they moved to the end of another portion of the cave, a little further in, and they found this very large hole, about 50 foot across, and this ginormous tentacle reaching out of it. And just kind of laying there, and strapped to the tentacle is a rigging and a rope ladder going down into the darkness. They move slowly into the room. The tentacle acts as if it notices them, but it doesn't do anything. This doesn't appear to be aggressive. Tarloff sneaks around it to kind of get a perimeter of the room. They wait a little bit for him to report back, and he comes back and says, there's nothing else here. This is the only way unless we go back. And if they go back, unless they search the cavern, they could do that. They go back and search the cavern, or they could start climbing down the tentacle. In the effort to make sure that they're doing the right thing, they decide to camp a little bit just for a few minutes and let Tarloff and Atticus search the cavern. They go about 20-25 minutes waiting, catching their breaths, and then Tarloff and Atticus come back and they say they're pretty sure that there's nothing else in that cavern. It's actually not as big as wide as it kind of feels because of the darkness. Actually, that should have been Atticus and Standish, the 2 halflings that went searching, because they have infravision. So this is the only route. The only route is down the tentacle. Okay. So Atticus is the first one to say he's been climbing rope ladders his whole life. He was a mariner. He's very used to that. So he decides he's going to do it first. So he bravely walks up the tentacle, and it kind of moves towards him a little bit and moves, but it doesn't do anything else. And he hops on the ladder. It does nothing. And he starts climbing down a little bit, and still nothing's going on. So but it's very dark. It's going to be very dark down that hole. So a couple people are going to have to take torches. So we're moving down the. Everyone starts climbing on this tentacle to start climbing down, going in the order that we've typically been moving, where it's, Atticus is going first, and then Jasper, warrior, and then Naomi, followed by Tarloff, Standish, Armstrong, and, Tarloff will go last. They all start slowly climbing down this ladder of this tentacle. And, yeah, exactly. It's so nice of this tentacle to provide a ladder. Yeah, is it a tentacle or is it a tongue? It's a tentacle. Very large tentacle. It's like 5 foot across at its tip. 5 foot across at its tip. And like 15 feet in diameter where it goes into the pit. But as they start working their way down, it doesn't seem to mind. They make sure they don't put the torches near it to light it on fire. They slowly make their way down. About 10 minutes down, they've gone about 10 minutes working their way slowly down. This thing could go on forever. Their torches reveal. The halflings speak up that there's another cave opening up off. It's dark. Though there's no light or anything. So we've come to a part where we can choose to either continue going down or to explore this new cavern that was about a 10-minute climb down. What do you think, Heroic, or anyone else watching? What do you think? Should we go into the tunnel that we've revealed, the cave, or should we keep climbing down? See what the next door brings. I'm voting. Well, I'm not voting. I'm not voting because I know what's in there. Do. New Kevin. Yeah. I thought you might say that. So very slowly, everyone kind of disembarks from the tentacle. It's way easier than they imagined, than you'd think, to get off this tentacle and find themselves in it's more of a natural kind of cave that they notice. It's not man-made or anything. Basically like the cavern above them. They're in caves. They start moving in a little bit cautiously. Jasper in front with a torch. As they start moving in, it looks as if the cave wasn't man-made, but it looks like it was dug out as they start moving in. It's long and narrow, and then they realize it's lined. At first they thought it was rock outcroppings around them, but they realize that they're wooden caskets resting on stone biers. The caskets are marked with an odd symbol that Armstrong feels a little attuned to, and they can see the white of bleached bones through the moldering, rotted holes of the caskets in their torchlight. So they said there's 7 of them. They seem to have found some kind of crypt. And judging by the symbol, Armstrong goes, that's a symbol of chaos. He whispers, Should we search caskets? Might as well. We're here, right? That's Tarloff's thought. He's like, okay, he's a pirate thief. He's thinking, okay, we're going to check this out. He picks the first one that was nearby. And even though it's got a hole in its side, kind of a rotted hole in the side, he pushes off the top of it. And suddenly, surrounding them, these shapes and apparitions come rushing out of the walls, surrounding them, and coming right at them. It takes a few seconds. Yeah. The these apparitions come out and totally catch everybody off guard. They have no idea. They don't like the place. Naomi didn't like the place. Everyone's thinking about getting back to the tentacle now that they found crypts. When Tarloff pushes off the lid and they all go to look, suddenly they find themselves surrounded by these shapes. And they're surprised by them, so they're not going to get a chance to... they're not rolling initiative yet. There's one for every one of them. Every single one of the party finds themselves face to face with this spectral kind of. It looks like an old warrior with still wearing their helms and armor and welding translucent swords. And they come up, but they don't come up swinging their swords. Well, actually, they do. They come. Everybody's getting attacked. We're going to start with Naomi first. 16. Oh. Naomi's struck. When Naomi gets struck with a sword, it comes up. She flinches, but she doesn't feel damage. The sword, she feels the cold of the sword as it goes through her body, but she doesn't feel like pain in a sense, but she feels like something's not good is happening. And what's actually happening is she's losing stamina. She's losing 4 stamina. Oh, let's track this over here. Jasper. These guys. Okay. Jasper manages to move out of the way as the one throws its sword at him, or kind of tries to run him through. He moves aside. Atticus is missed as well. Nimbly dodges out of the way. Tarloff, nice. Tarloff also. They can't deflect them. All they're doing is Tarloff jumps over the casket he just opened. Actually, he jumps on top of it. Yeah. Armstrong. Ooh. Armstrong, yes, Armstrong, our wizard, gets the apparition that comes at Armstrong swings at his head, and Armstrong feels the sword go through his neck. He loses 1 stamina. Armstrong is very hardy, though. Very hardy. He's a wizard, and he's the hardiest of them all. And then Tasha. No, I didn't do Standish yet, so Standish is left. 14. Tasha also feels the cold bite of the sword. It takes 3 stamina from her. And then finally, Standish. 14. Oh yeah, Standish too. 3. The goblins are wandering around level 2 again. What did I roll? 3. Okay, 8. All right. So we have 4 of our heroes have felt the cold bite of the sword out of nowhere as these warriors kind of attack them. Yes. And now it's time for them to roll initiative. Okay. Naomi. 20. Nice. Our cleric rolled a 21. So that's good. What is that? 10. 12. Jasper. Atticus is 20. 21. 13 for Tarloff. It's 15. Armstrong is 13. 12. Tasha is a 14. And Standish rolled a sweet 1. And then our specters rolled a 5. Okay. All right. Naomi quickly grabs the small starfish holy symbol at her neck, pulls it off, and speaks out loudly and clearly. Well, whispers as loud as she can. Leave us, foul spirits! She's not rolling too good. She's rolling 12 plus her luck, 14 plus her levels, 15. All right. We're going to have Atticus is her good luck charm. Atticus is going to roll. He's going to spend. Oh wait, what does she need? She is 15. She needs 3 more to affect anything. So he's going to spend 2 luck. And for every 1, he gets 2. So she rolls a 6. She's actually at 19. Her holy symbol glows, shoots out a light, and pierces one of the specters. And it turns and flees back into the wall. Or just kind of dissolves back into the wall. But that's just one of them. There are 7 of them. And that one happened to be the one that was on her, that came at her. So she is freed. Atticus attempts to swing at the one that that is in front of him, that attacked him. His sword, oh wait, no. He's rolling 2d16. Yep. 2d16 because he's got 2 hand axes. 9 and a 1. 9 and a 1. What are these guys' armor class? He actually would have connected with one of these, but it just goes. His axe just goes right through it. It does nothing. He cries out, "Our weapons are no good." I hope you guys got a plan, Tarloff. Well, Tarloff's gonna try as well. We're gonna find out the hard way. Takes a swing at the head of the one that that had come out of him. He's standing on the crypt. Probably not the one he opened. It's probably the one next to it. We'll say the one he opened. He didn't open it far enough. He had started opening it when the specters had come out. He leapt on top. He goes to swing. Well, actually, you know what? We're just gonna say he's pulling out his dagger. Well, okay. He had his dagger already drawn. He's open. You don't open a crypt without having a weapon in hand. Sometimes I get too literal. He's swinging. He misses. Yep. Tasha begins to cast. The first thing that comes to mind is magic missile, and she begins to cast that spell. Unfortunately, it takes her 2 turns to do that. So she begins the process of casting it this time. And then Jasper swings at one with his longsword. Misses. And then Armstrong pulls out the unicorn horn that he's kept. The foul, chaotic unicorn that they killed. Now, the unicorn horn glows faintly as he pulls it out. He has a feeling. Well, actually, yeah. He's going to do 2 things. He's going to pull that out and he's going to cast Magic Shield. Because Magic Shield requires a special ingredient and the unicorn helps with that. Okay. Oh, I like that. That's a good... Yeah, Tentacle. Back to tentacle. 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 Don't like the tentacle. Don't like tentacle. Tentacle. All right. Well, I like that though. That's a good thing. 17 plus his 2 is 19. So that's not a bad thing. 19 means he can't. Okay. Let's how's this manifest? Love me some manifestation. Armstrong hit with this sword, right? He did get hit. Yeah. Hit with the sword, went through his neck, right? He felt the cold. He immediately rips out his unicorn horn and speaks the words of power to create a magic shield, and a yellowish force field bursts up around him. And it gives him +4 bonus to AC for 1d3 rounds. Come on, more than one. 3. There we go. 3 rounds. 3 rounds. He's sitting at armor class of, wow, his armor class is bad. His armor class is 9. So now it's 13. That's why he has magic shield. Yes, he applies it to himself for sure. And now it is Standish's turn. What are you gonna do, buddy? Standish is he's falling back as far as he's running back towards the tentacle. In order to while he's doing it, he's pulling out his short bow because he thinks maybe he can shoot these things. And then now it's the Spectre's turn. So we're one less. We're gonna go down the list. Jasper was not hit. This thing swings again at Jasper. This time connecting. Skewers him through his heart. He feels the cold. One. Yeah. Atticus. Atticus is not able to avoid the touch of these specters as well. Taking two stamina from him. Tarloff. Can he dance on the crypt? Oh, he dances on the crypt. The specter misses him completely. Yep. You assumed correctly. This is not going to be easy. Okay, that was Atticus and Tarloff. Tarloff managed to dance on the crypt away from. He jumps up while the specter swings its sword. Ha! Who's holding our torches? All right, so Tarloff's got a dagger in one hand and a torch in the other. Jasper also has a torch in one hand. That's the only way these people are seeing anything. Well, other than the elves and the halflings. Tasha. Oh, wait, hold on. These things don't have to roll again for... Yeah. So, Armstrong. The way these things are going... Oh, no, it's not continuous. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It fails to hit Tasha. No, I'm sorry, that was Tarloff. All right. Armstrong. It misses him this time because of his magic shield. The Spectre sword bounces off his shield. And then for Tasha, it misses her as well. She's able in casting her spell. Let's see. She crouches to keep casting her spell as part of her spell, and in the hopes that it'll keep her from it, and it swings over top of her. And then Standish is trying to move back, but yeah, he gets hit again, putting him at putting him at quite low in stamina area. All right, everybody's feeling a little drowned. These They're feeling very claustrophobic. These specters are right there, even though they can't touch them. They're all up in them in their space. They're trying to figure out their way around these coffins. Naomi turns and tries again to. Well, does she? Yeah, because she doesn't have anything. She has. Well, nope, she has no. Well, she could bless somebody. She could bless somebody. She's going to attempt to bless herself. Her trident. She wants to bless her trident. There we go. Yep. She needs a good roll, though. Ten hits. Wait, who? What? 10 hits. Which one? These guys? The specters? No. We have ways out. It's not, all is not lost. This is going to be tough. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe they'll all wipe right now. Maybe this is the end of the party. Maybe they're going to die in this chaotic crypt. Who knows? Only the dice know. Naomi, a cleric. She takes her holy symbol. She turned one. She reaches out and grabs her trident and puts the holy symbol to it in hopes that she can bless it to make it magical. 15's not bad. That's 17. Pelagia is listening to her tonight. Um, 17. Yeah. Wait, she has pretty decent luck. All right, Naomi's going to spend her luck. She needs to spend 3. She's going to spend her luck. And her blesses makes her weapon +1 to all attack and damage rolls. Or +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls against unholy creatures. The weapon remains holy for 1 day and is considered magical. Boom. Ha! Pelagia finally comes through. Let's see what happens. Let's manifest 2. All of a sudden, her trident erupts in a brilliant halo. Those of them that are around them, and Naomi's kind of in the middle. It kind of re-energizes everybody. There's a little ray of hope. Okay, so that was Naomi. Atticus. What are you gonna do, buddy? What can he do? He's just going to try to make himself harder to hit. He's going to move closer to Naomi. He's going to swing. Because what else is he going to do? 16. And his hand axes just kind of go through the specter, doing nothing. That was Atticus. Then Tarloff. Tarloff calls out, get towards Naomi. Try to bring them all towards Naomi so she can start hitting them. He's not going to do anything other than that. Nothing really could do. He could try swinging and missing. Okay. Jesper? Tasha. Tasha finishes her cast. All right, Tasha. She's casting Magic Missile. Let's do a... Yeah. Where's that yellow one? I like the yellow. Here we go. I'm loving the rolls tonight. I'm gonna say that. I'm proud to say it out loud. Tasha gets +3 on her magic missile checks. It's her favored spell. So she just rolled a 20 on magic missile. So that's a very good thing. Manifestation is 1d10. What do we got? We've got a 6. Sweet. Okay. All right, 20. Okay. Huh. So, that's 2 + 2. 4 balls of lightning shoot out of her. 1 out of each hand, 2 out of each hand. She's aiming at the specter that's on her and the specter that's on Armstrong because they're kind of together. Oh no, it was no, it wasn't damage. It was stamina damage. No, I don't think it was a 10 because I was rolling d4s. But anyway, the extra turn that it took for Tasha to cast her spell paid off because these 2 bolts of balls of lightning shoot out of her hands, 1 in each. 1 at the one that's in her face, and 1 at the one that's next to her at Armstrong. And they flow and connect with the specters, and we're talking. Okay, the one that's in front of her explodes into ether, and the one that's on Armstrong does as well. Wow, this is good for Tasha. She needed this. Her heart expands a little bit. Armstrong is a little jealous, but very thankful. He looks over. Thank you. Kick ass. So that's two down. Well, 3 down. 3 down. 4 left. That was Tasha. Jasper. Jasper's just gonna go on defensive. Jasper's gonna do something different. He's gonna roll. He's gonna try to shove a coffin down in front of him and the specter. Actually, it doesn't matter. This doesn't keep. None of that keeps the specters away from him. There's nothing he can do really to keep the specter from attacking him. So I'm gonna pass him along. Armstrong. Oh, Armstrong. Okay, so Armstrong is no longer got a specter on him, so he's gonna swing with his unicorn horn at the first one he sees, which is the one that's on Tarloff. Well, that's trying to attack Tarloff while he dances on the top of the coffin. Dancing on coffins. All right. We'll roll the yellow. It did good for Tasha. Look at that. Armstrong connects with his unicorn horn. And the unicorn horn glow flashes with a bright light as it connects with the specter, doing... They swear they hear a cry from the specter, like a high-pitched whine, screech kind of thing, as the unicorn horn flashes through it, and it turns around to go after Armstrong, but it's not dead. And then Tashudo. Okay. No, it's Standish. Poor Standish is shakily trying to get an arrow in his short bow, but it's not working. He feels so tired. Now it's the Spectre's turns. So there's one on Jasper still. It misses him, so that's good. The one on Atticus hits, doing 3 points of stamina damage. He's feeling tired. Much more tired. 11 is no. 11 is the one that's attacking Armstrong. And the one that attacks Armstrong turns. After Armstrong stabs it with his unicorn horn, it turns in anger and swings down, connects with Armstrong, doing 4 points of stamina damage. And then that was 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3. The one that's followed Standish as he's trying to reload his. Oops. Okay, we'll discount that one. Here, appropriate monster die. It misses him. He falls down, and when he falls down, the Spectre strikes and misses him. Poor Standish. He's on the ground trying to load his bow. Back to the top. Naomi now, with her glowing blade, swings to attack the one that's on Atticus. Her glowing trident, she stabs at it. Yes. Yeah, it really does. But we've gotten really lucky. We'll see. This is a particularly very dangerous adventure. We're gonna do the best we can to keep everybody alive, but I don't know. We'll see. She hits. Her trident does 1d6 plus 2 plus 1. Aw. Well, actually, she's a plus 2, so she's doing 4 points of damage. Okay. It screeches. They hear that loud whine screech kind of thing again. And the one that was attacking Atticus turns to her, and she does 5 points of damage to it. We're just going to roll for the people who have the magic items. So Armstrong is going to attack the one that is in front of him. Oh, he totally misses. Thrown off by the strike to the weakness he feels from its blade biting into him, that he misses. And Tasha attempts to cast Flaming Hands on the one that is attacking Armstrong. She raises her hands again, feeling hope in her heart. She rolls 2d10 instead of d20. Her mercurial effect for that spell. Is that a 9? Okay, so it's 13 plus 2 is 15. That's not bad. 15. Okay. So a burst of fire bursts out of her hands, turning the one that's attacking Armstrong into vapor. Now, the specters. There's only 3 now, and then there were 3. One's on Naomi, one's on Jasper, and one is no, wait. Yeah, one's attacking poor Standish. The one on Naomi swings at Naomi. She feels its sword, this coldness of its sword deep inside her. She's feeling very, very tired. Naomi falls to her knees. Who's up? Jasper. 13. It misses him. He dodges. He moves towards Naomi, and while he does that, he ducks, and the specter swings above him. Jasper's thinking he's gonna grab her trident and finish the job. The one that's attacking, that was 1, 2, and the one attacking Standish. That's a 10. Yeah, this poor guy. 2. Okay. Standish also falls to his knees. He feels almost too tired to move. Okay. back to the top of the list. Naomi is feeling so. She just turns and she sees Jasper is reaching her, and she hands her trident to him. Meanwhile, Atticus has got much to do. He's dodging around towards her. He wants to help her. He's gonna grab her and get in the way between her and the specter that is attacking her. Atticus is fully, he's getting in the way. He wants to take the hits for her. Then Tarloff isn't doing. Tarloff's doing the same with Standish. He's running over to try to help Standish. He's getting in the way of Standish and the specter. And then Armstrong is going to attack. He thanks Tasha again. He slides her a look. He's only going to say thank you one time. He slides her a look, and then he moves with his unicorn horn towards the one that's attacking Standish as well. Tarloff stands in between the Spectre and Standish, and Armstrong comes up from behind to attack the Spectre. Ooh, nailing him for sure. Ooh, nice. Nice. Guess who has another Spectre on him now? That one, he stabs it right through the back. It turns around in anger and attacks him. And Jasper grabs the trident. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. He'd be rolling his D die as well. But the move that he saw in his head, grabbing the trident and then stabbing the. When he goes to do that, Atticus is kind of in the way, and so is Naomi, and so he isn't able to actually get a good, clean poke at this thing, so he misses, unfortunately. That's it. Standish is trying to crawl away. He crawls off and lays down. Not to die, but he's very, very tired. The Spectre that's on Armstrong attacks him and hits him with his sword. Where am I losing all my D4s? Here they are. 3 points of Armstrong starting to feel the bite. The one attacking Naomi attacks Atticus instead. Well, Atticus planned on getting in between the Spectre and Naomi, but Atticus is like literally 3 foot tall. So the Spectre ignores him and is attacking the Jasper with the glowing trident actually caught the Spectre's attention, and he's attacking Jasper instead. So Jasper, 15, Jasper gets hit. 4. He also starts feeling drained. And that was those two. That's only 2 left, right? Did we kill one? There's one on Naomi. She killed 2, 3. Wait, there was one more. Oh, the one that was attacking Jasper. Jasper has run up to grab the trident and tries to stab the one that was attacking Naomi. There's still one behind him that attacks him. It misses. Through that whole, everything that just happened, it tries to swing at him or run him through and it totally misses. So that's good. All right, back to the top. Naomi is too tired to do anything. She's fallen on all fours now. Atticus is Atticus is trying. He's just trying. We're just gonna put it that way. Tarloff, useless right now. So we're gonna go right to the people who can do something. Tasha, should she try Flaming Hands again? I guess so. Tasha's gonna try to do Flaming Hands again on the one that is attacking. Oh dear. Oh, that's a 7. Plus 3 is 10. 10. I don't want to forget it. Well, she only needs 2. So Atticus is going to spend a luck. 1 luck. Gets him 2, which is enough for her to just barely make that spell. And the just barely made for that is 1d3 points of damage. But that guy's hurt anyway. Where's my 1d3? Here we go. Ooh. Just enough to take that one out. We've got 2 left. This isn't too bad. We can't roll a morale check because these guys are undead, so that's not going to happen. But Tasha is having a great night. If anybody's been following this adventure, all the adventures together, Tasha's having a great night. One little ball of flame, another one's gone. Another one bites the dust. And then Armstrong watches it evaporate, and now he's like, now she's just showing off, right? How's she supposed to show him up with his magical unicorn horn? He turns to see Naomi on the ground, Jasper, the torch on the ground. He must have had to drop the torch. One of them's behind him trying to swing at him. He's trying to swing at him. Atticus on the ground. It's all pretty close. So Armstrong is able to rush up and stab the one that's been attacking 8. And he misses. It's okay. Standish is just gonna relax. And yeah, I got the two one's attacking. Actually, both are now attacking Jasper. One's missing. The other one did a 13. He also missed. Jasper, in a inspired move, drops and rolls, and both specters miss him. And then he comes back up, and we're just going to have him roll. Oh, come on, man. All right, and then Armstrong's going to roll 11. He does have +1. No, he doesn't. It's straight up. Yeah. Both of them are missing. Too much is going on for Tasha to cast spells. So we're going to be, this is purely going to be Jasper and Armstrong versus the 2 specters. Both specters are after Jasper. One hits, the other misses. He takes another D4. Ooh, takes 4. How's he doing? He's feeling bad. Not feeling good. He rolls and hits one of them. Oh gosh, where's my D3? There we go. His D die. That was a 16, 17. 17. He rolls. He connects with Naomi's trident for 2. For 2. But he did connect. And Armstrong attempts to take out the other one, and hits him, doing 1d6, kills it. So the unicorn horn actually fells one of these things. He stabs it. So we're talking one specter left. Will it take Jasper out before it goes? It hit him. Only for 1 stamina damage, though. Jasper, feeling too weak. He weakly attempts to attack this guy. We're going to have to give him some minuses. Yeah, he does not hit it. Armstrong with the unicorn horn misses. Tasha sees an opening and tries to cast Flaming Hands one last time, hopefully to save the day. She rolls a 5. She's forgotten flaming hands. Crap. We're not going to spend any more luck for that. That would take 7. I figured that was going to happen. It rolls the specter. Ooh. Jasper falls to his knees. The specter misses. Armstrong swings with his unicorn horn. Connects with the unicorn horn. Roll really good. And all is quiet. Silent as a crypt. The good thing is, as they lay there panting, and within a couple minutes, everybody who's been drained a little bit starts feeling their strength coming back. So after about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they are feeling better and they're getting up. And Tarloff decides he's going to look through the crypts anyway. And he pushes up a lid. No more specters. They're dead. He starts searching around while everyone's recovering. Because he didn't get hit. Tarloff didn't get hit at all. So he's feeling fine. Everybody else, even Standish starts feeling better. He's able to stand. And there's a silver lining here. Because one of the first things Tarloff uncovers when he pushes open is this a sword. He almost misses it because it's matte black. No, they just did stamina damage. If they would have gotten to 0 stamina, they would have passed out and then possibly died if not taken care of. But once they're not being touched by it, they start regenerating the stamina. 1d4 per round, so yeah, by a couple minutes they're back up. Well, about 5 or 10 minutes. Tarloff is found in one of the crypts. He finds a necklace that he pockets. Another one, he finds a ring. But the most important thing he finds, but it feels too disgusting and he doesn't even want to pick it up. It disgusts him. And everybody comes to look at it, is this sword that he almost missed because it's matte black. But it looks like it's never been, no scrapes, no stuff. It doesn't look worn. Looks new, but it's flat black. And it even radiates. It almost feels like it's. They can't tell if it's dark in the crypt or the sword itself is dark. Nobody wants to touch it. Armstrong feels a certain affinity for it. But Jasper's the one that reaches in and he takes it and he brings it out. And the sword itself, he's holding his torch again. And the sword itself seems to be radiating a little bit of darkness. The moment he touches it, it's almost like he can feel it. It feels him. And he can't explain it. Now, Jasper has been suffering from these nightmares ever since he killed the Titan in the other, in the hole in the sky. The great beast, he slew it with his spear. He's inherited its dreams. And every night he's plagued by him. He doesn't get much sleep, and he's been slowly losing touch with reality. Everybody else has kind of noticed it to this point too. This sword almost like it understands that, and he suddenly feels a little bit of a kinship with it, even though it's chaotic. And he's neutral, but it's swinging him. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to see how this goes. But it definitely feels like special. And it is. It's actually +2. So that's pretty cool. Shade Slayer is its name. He blurts out Shade Slayer. And everybody looks at him. It's like, sorry. Okay. So nothing else in this cave. It's back to the tentacle. Within minutes, the party comes back to the tentacle, and it's time to, yes, it's an intelligent sword. It's it has an intelligence of 3. It communicates through empathy. It's chaotic. It has a bane. It gets very, very, it wants to kill every goblinoid it comes in contact with. So hobgoblins, goblins, maybe even kobolds. But Jasper won't find that out till later, if ever. And it has a special purpose as well, to punish interlopers and those who interfere. So we'll see if that comes into play anytime soon. The party starts moving down back into the pit, into the large pit. As they move, they could swear that the tentacle starts getting larger and larger in diameter as they move down it. About, yeah. Not maybe 10 minutes later, as they've climbing down, same way they did before, they find unlike the last place, where it was just kind of like an opening in the wall, they actually find like an edge, an open edge, and light coming from a large opening to the to left, so they can keep continuing on, or they can go into this get onto this ledge and move into. And in the distance, they hear this kind of like grinding of stone on stone sound coming from it. So, do we get off here again, Heroic, or do we keep moving? What do you think? Or anyone else? Anybody chime in if you happen to be watching and want to chime in. Should we keep moving, or should we get off this tentacle here? Let me see. Hold on. I'll read what we see, actually. That might be a better way to approach this. Yeah, it's about a 50-foot across cave. It opens up out, and there's a large shelf that they can jump off onto. Carefully. So everybody gets off the tentacle. There's only one way out of this. It's a kind of a large opening to the northeast. They move into this area. They come into a larger cave. It's lit. There's faint torches lined up around this cavern. And then there's a tunnel that leads off to the south, to their left. And then in front of them, they find a monotonous grinding noise comes from this irregular cave, which contains a contrivance designed to turn a massive millstone. 2 pieces of lumber across to form an X, set horizontally on a round platform. An exhausted-looking team of peasants is chained to each of these 4 ends as they push the crossed timbers in a counterclockwise direction. Broad chains connect gears in the platform's base to a huge millstone nearby, which rotates laboriously, crushing some gray substance beneath it. As they enter, the peasants look up, but they don't stop pushing the wheel. Very Conan-like. So, we could. Yeah, good point. That's what, we'll back up just a sec. That's what Tarloff sees. He sneaks in. The peasants don't notice him. They're too busy pushing the wheel to notice him. I'm not even going to have him roll for this. They don't even notice him. He sees this. He comes back to tell the group what he's seen. He sees this. What the grinding noise is a millstone, a very large one. There's peasants, like 8 peasants. It looks like just 8 people that don't look like, they don't have the weird tentacle faces or anything. They look like normal people. They're pushing the wheel. And then there's a corridor-ish type hallway to the south that heads to the south that has more torches in it. That looks a little bit less rocky. It's starting to look a little bit more worn and maybe sanded down. Not sanded down, but cleared, smoothed down. So, here's the deal. We have Atticus, Tarloff, and Tasha are lawful. Jasper and Naomi are neutral, and Armstrong is chaotic, the wizard. Armstrong's not interested in helping these people out at all. He's going to suggest that they bypass these guys and head deeper in. Naomi says, well, we are here to save these people. I think that's what we're here for. There is one girl that there's the blacksmith's daughter, and who knows if there were any of these women. And Tarloff says, no, they're all men. So that solves that. But do we attempt to save these? Do we release these peasants, or do we continue on our way? That's the big question of right now. Yeah. I think it's kind of Jasper's too lost in kind of feeling with Shade Slayer to really make a good call on this. So I feel like it's kind of a toss up of what they want to do. Anybody want to chime in? Wouldn't take much to chop these guys' chains. Who knows what the repercussions are? I don't know where they're gonna go. These guys would have to come with us. Yeah. Yep. That's kind of what I was thinking. Yes. So Atticus and Tarloff and Tasha speak up. They say, we're here to help these people. We can't pass them by. Armstrong keeps quiet. So does Jasper. Naomi agrees. Yes, we must. But we must do this smart. How can we do this? Surely were there any guards? And Tarloff says, no, I didn't see anybody in there. But surely if the stone comes to it's pretty loud. If it comes to a stop, someone's going to notice that. Right? She asked Tarloff to go back and check out the area a little bit better. So he does. He's going to sneak down the southern corridor. He starts working his way down south. As he heads down, and the grinding sounds behind him. He heads into kind of a silence, and as he turns a corner, peeks around a corner to the right, the rough-hewn walls, stone walls, can become actual smooth stone walls, and a corridor starts off, and he sees a door down. There's torches, faintly lit torches, all down the hallway, and he sees a door, and then it continues on and appears off. But most importantly, he doesn't see anybody, and he comes back, and he works his way around the wheel because he notices there's an opening to the north, a very large opening, and we're going to have him sneak. He's going to sneak in there. He's going to sneak there to see where what's. Yeah. He has a +2 in sneaking silently. Ooh, buddy. Yeah. Well, you know what though? Now would be a good time to spend some luck. So, rogues, when they spin luck, for some reason I'm brain farting on what they when they spin luck. They get to roll a die. I think it's 1d3. Yeah. It's 1d3 at first. He gets to roll a 1d3 every time he spends a point to see how many he actually gets for that. So we're gonna spend. Let's see. He rolled a. That was a. Shit. What was that? That was a 4. Was that a 4 or a 7? He's a spin 3 luck. 1, 2, 3. That is like the worst luck spend ever. Let's spend one more. 4. Okay. He makes his way a little bit and pushes a little bit in. The cave widens into a large space filled with activity. In one corner, he sees several cultists practicing mock combat maneuvers. In the other corner, there's some cultists weaving mats. In another corner, they're reading from parchments. He kicks a stone. It tumbles around. And some of them that are a little closer look up. But he's able to get back. And actually, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to have him hide in the shadows. I guess the dice really want this to happen. And there's no getting out of that. That's pretty obvious. His rock that he kicks gets their attention. And they look over and he tries to get back into the shadows. But he finds himself kicking up more rocks. And they've already seen him. And they let out a call. And in the weird way that they can with their faces as tentacles. Something like that. The ululating howl sound that they make. Ooh, that's even creepier. Kind of that kind of thing. Oh boy. He looks, everybody starts saying that. And, saying that. Everybody starts getting startled. There's there's a group of, he notices that there's quite a bit of the gray robed ones, but he's noticing that there's, it looks like there's a red robe, a few red robes, and then he doesn't notice a yellow robe yet. But we just kicked the hornet's nest. He's running back. Let's see if he can run away. Well, they're gonna come, but the others are. Maybe something cool could happen here. So Tarloff doesn't want to. He's going to attempt to run away and maybe lead them down the other corridor and lead them away from the party. Okay, we're going to give him a chance to run. He goes running back towards the, yeah. So I wonder, maybe he's going to try to hide in the grindstone area again. Or should he let him know? No, he really doesn't want them searching around and finding the party. So he's going to run down. He runs back past the guys pushing the wheel. He runs to the doorway of the opening to the southern corridor. And then he turns and he sees these gray robed people starting to file in from back behind from the bigger cave. They're coming in. They've got to move around the peasants pushing, who are all looking, but they're not stopping pushing. And he calls them, hey, and he goes running down the corridor. And they start filing past the peasants. Our party hears this commotion, and then get on edge. Everybody starts drawing their weapons and stuff and waiting. They're not sure what's going on. Naomi quickly casts Second Sight. Asking, should they come out right then or not? Like, what's going on? Ooh. 18. She rolled 20. That's good. It's level 2, isn't it? Yep. All right, 20. Huh. Okay. Okay. So, a third eye opens up, and Naomi, everybody hears, they get tense. Naomi whispers the words to Pelagia, and a third eye opens in her forehead, and she gets these flashes, of a chase, but also that their backs are to them, and so she gets this kind of feeling that somebody, and she's guessing, she has to make that guess that it's Tarloff, is leading people away, but they're leading them away from them, and that's what the commotion they're hearing right now. So she opens up her eyes again, and she looks at Jasper, who's a little disconcerted because there's 3 of her eyes looking at him now, and she gives him the sign they're going to wait, and then she puts her hands up like this because she's going to do this when it's time. They're going to come around. That's the plan. They're going to come out around to take them from behind, if that's what's happening when they do that. So Tarloff is booking down the hallway and makes that right, and he's running down the hallway, and there's a door on his left, and he can keep continuing down the hallway, or he could take the door. I'm going to say he takes the door. He's going to take the chance to take the door. Well, moving his life, right? No, he's going to stop. Okay, so this the corridor he finds himself in, there's a door on the left, and then it keeps going just about another 10 feet and ends at a T section, and he's going to turn around, and he hears them coming down the hallway. They one turn, they haven't made the turn yet. Now they are. They're starting to make the turn. He yells to them again. Our party comes out around into the cavern just as they're seeing some people flowing down in the corridor to their left, but there's this one robed, yellowed, he's got tentacles for arms, and he's looking at the peasants and the grindstone. He's kind of he looks like his robes are much richer than the ones that the gray robed ones. We're going to, I'm going to give them a chance to surprise this guy, because he's not sure what's going on. He's looking at the grindstone, the guys, the peasants. The other ones are running down the hallway, chasing Tarloff. So, let's see. What can we do? Jasper's got his crossbow ready. No, he doesn't. Of course not. He's got Shade Slayer. He's enamored. Armstrong's probably got the unicorn horn out because it's magical. Tasha has her short bow out. Well, we could say they, let's see, how many, they could rush this guy. Naomi motions for Jasper and, actually, we can get a backstab up in here. Oh, no, now we can't. Tarloff is running. Tarloff is running. They don't want to split the party up that much. They're going to have to take this guy out as quick as possible and then go to try to help find and help Tarloff. That's the idea here. So we rush the guy in yellow, the man in yellow. Does that sound like a plan to everybody? Sounds like a plan to me, kind of. When they come in the cavern, they hear that running to their left. They see the people, just like Tarloff had said on the thing. The grinding sound. The grinding sound covers up the sound of them coming into the room. They don't necessarily hear. Maybe they saw somebody, a flash of somebody leaving in the tunnel. That, I guess all those guys moving was pretty loud. But them coming in there, they're coming a little more cautiously. They see the man in yellow. He's looking at the grindstone stuff. The grindstone's covering their noise. Naomi lets a small cry, and they all rush him. Naomi first with her trident. Her glowing trident, no less. Hold, please. Must find bad guys. Where my bad guys at? Yes. All right. 9, 10, 11. 10, 11. That's not... You know what? Screw this. Atticus is spending a point of luck for her. Yeah. Atticus spends 1 point of luck. And she stabs this yellow-robed cultist in the back with her trident. Doing 8 points of damage. 8. This guy is by far much more hardier than his counterparts. Yeah. It screams out as Jasper comes up, hacking at him with Shade Slayer. Ooh. It screams out, and that's when he comes up with Shade Slayer, and that's when it turns around and the tentacles throw him off. He wasn't expecting tentacles for arms. This thing's tentacles come whipping around. He misses, but Atticus is right there beside them, chopping at it with his hand axes. 1d16. Where did you go? Oh, there you are. You're over here. He's not making it either. Right? No. Ooh, well, no. Oh. He maybe hits with one of them? No. Damn. Nope. I don't like this double welding stuff. Doesn't seem to work well. 1d16 is such a drop. You know? It's like he's got to be burning his luck all the time to make these. I'm going to start rolling 1d20. One hand axe. Atticus needs a magic weapon. Okay, make that happen. Okay. Tarloff is running for his life. Armstrong. Armstrong's right up there with his unicorn horn. He's taking this guy out with his unicorn horn. 16. Oh, he's actually hitting him too. Taste the horn. Mess with the bull, mess with the unicorn and get the horn. Ah, nice. At 2, Brutus. And then finally, Tasha's got her bow out, but she's not going to take the shot. Not yet. And then Standish, he's all worked up too, but he's got a short bow too. Both Tasha and Standish are staying back with a short bow, and they're checking the area. Now the yellow man in yellow is turned around. Well, the creature in yellow is turned around. and it is initiative time. His initiative, oops, is, did I just roll a, okay, 7. Okay. Quickly. Tasha, 11. Oh, no, it was Naomi. 11. Jasper, 4. All right. Atticus, 8. And then Armstrong. Oh no, that was Tarloff. Okay, 17. And Tasha. 8. All right. Okay. Well, Naomi's got initiative. With I'm sorry. Armstrong does. Armstrong stabs again with his unicorn horn. He's going to put this guy down with his unicorn horn. 11. Oh no, that's all he needed. That's all he needed. Oh, no. Oh god. Unicorn die should be. He stabs again. The man in yellow screams out. The thing in yellow, because it's got the tentacle face thing going on too. Screams. Just makes weird sounds. That was Armstrong. Now it's Naomi. Naomi stabs again with her trident. They might be able to take this guy down right away. 9. She's got +2. Is 11. She hits with her trident. So she puts it right through this thing's chest. She pushes it, and pushes it all the way back and pins it to the ground. It falls down. And its tentacles. Tentacles burst out of its stomach. The octomass. It does. Oh, it hits her. And it hits her for not very much. Not very much at all. 1d3 minus 2. So she takes a point of damage. She backs up in horror. She takes a point of damage. Atticus steps up really quick. Atticus steps up and smashes it with its foot. Well, we'll roll for it. All right, he tries to smash it. Jasper smashes it. The cultists... Not the cultists, sorry. The peasants can't believe what's going on. They stop. And the grindstone comes to a halt. Flash to the other hallway. Tarloff has got the other ones to come. They're starting to run down the hallway towards him. He turns and starts running south again. It curves. He's running. The hallway turns again to his left. He starts running down. The ones who are in the back, they hear the grindstone stop. There's a certain amount of calls amongst the ones in the back, particularly these ones in red robes, crimson robes. And some of them turn back and start heading back up towards the to that room where the other parts of the party are. They call out, and 3 in the front, 3 of the gray robed ones keep running after Tarloff. The others, all the rest of them, turn around and head back towards the larger room. Not sure what's going to happen with Tarloff, but the grindstone stopping. Okay, you know what? Not Jasper. Naomi calls out for Jasper and Atticus to start chopping chains. Atticus runs up and starts freeing peasants. As they're doing that, they hear a rushing coming from the other, and then they see coming around the corner. They see these creatures, the cultists, coming down the hall. So, let's see what happens. They are 5, 10, 15. They're like 20 feet down the hall. Coming about 30 feet. They're going to be there. We're going to roll initiative. Not going to be any surprise. No one's surprised. Well, the guys running down the hall, they just turn their hall, are a little surprised to find these guys there. We're going to free a couple peasants before they get there, but it's roll initiative time again. Okay. They are facing, let's see, 3 of these crimson-robed cultists who also have tentacles for arms. And then there's 3 of these gray-robed ones that we've met before who have actual arms still, but they still have the tentacle face thing going on. Naomi's 5. Jasper's 19. Is that a 1? Yes. Atticus is 2. Tarloff is 16. Oh, well, yeah. We'll roll for Tarloff. Well, we'll worry about Tarloff in a minute. It's going to be a separate 3, 6, 7, 5. Armstrong is 5. 11. Tasha is 12. And then red robes are 13. And gray robes are 2. Okay. Jasper. So you could say that these cultists are interrupting the party from freeing these people. And that's all the sword needs to push out this urge to get right up in there and punish these guys for attempting to do that. So Jasper, he's the first one to act. He just rushes down the hall to head these guys off. Yeah, and he attacks the first one he sees. He just goes screaming, roar, with Shade Slayer. They come running. He comes running. The red robes kind of stop because they ultimately don't want to be in the front line, but they happen to have been in the back, so they're not totally ready for this. Big furry dude. He's all furry because he's wearing animal skins. He's yeah. He comes running down the hall, screaming. Let's see. What are we stats? Okay. Let's see how he does with his first. Okay. Still doing bad. So he comes rushing in. He swings, and one of the red robe ones falls back. Just out of the way. He ran too far, screamed too loud. They were kind of ready for it. So that's him. And then next up is actually the red robe dudes. So what red robes want to do is they need to summon a tentacle to come help them, preferably the large one that they've been that the party has been climbing on. So what they're going to do is the hallway's really not big enough for 2 people, but it's big enough for them to fall back. They call out in their weird guttural language for the gray robes to come shuffling up. So they start moving back. The one that moves back though gives Jasper gets a chance to attack him as an opportunity. Jasper, full of rage, and the sword full of... that time, he does a lot better. So, hold up, too. Where'd you go? did you go? D3? D3? Oh, that was a... Okay. Anyway, he rolled a 3 on his Mighty Deed. I should have called a Mighty Deed. That would have been good. So he hits. He hits the first red robe guy who tries to move back behind the 3 gray robes. And Shade Slayer, it's a short sword, so he does D6. Plus 2 is... Wow, that's a 6. Plus 2 is 8. Plus the 3 from the... Okay. I think we just skewered ourselves. Yeah. So he does a wild swing. The one falls back, calls out to its buddies, and they all start trying to go back. And as it turns to go back around its friends, he regains his stride and shoves it Shade Slayer right into its back. Burst out. The tentacles that were kept in its belly come bursting out, falling down in the wet lump on the ground, getting in between him and the other red ones that are racing back behind the grays. Then Tasha's up. Now Tasha was ready with her short bow. After they done, she hears it. She's moved around and she takes a shot. She takes her shot to shoot one of the red ones in the back as it flees. Actually, she's just going to shoot in the hallway and see what happens. But hopefully missing... Well, this would be a bad thing for her to do. No, she's not going to do that. She's going to begin casting Magic Missile because it doesn't miss, and it's not going to hit her friend who rushed into battle. So she begins doing that. And then next up is Naomi. Naomi isn't going to let Jasper go in there alone. She comes rushing in there too. She can't. She's going to have to get by. Well, she can get by him. So he'd stabbed the one. She's going to come by him. Well, no, she's in armor too. I get so literal, but there's no way she's going to be able to get past him. You know what? She rushes up and puts her hand on him and attempts to bless him. If anybody needs a blessing, it's Jasper. Let's roll the gold die. Ha! Ha ha! Finally, yes. Back to rolling good-ish, maybe? Maybe? Where's the blessing? So that is a 19. Blessing an ally gives him +1 on everything. Okay, so Jasper feels like he feels a hand on him, and he feels warmth, and he feels like his blood starts bubbling up. He's ready to party. All right, that was Naomi, and then Armstrong. Armstrong ditches he doesn't ditch the unicorn horn, but Armstrong correctly calls it time for some sleep action. So he's rushing up behind Naomi and goes to cast sleep. Yes. Especially because he's going to be able to heal Naomi in the process. All right, let's roll this again. Gold die has been doing really well for us tonight. Oh, he's forgotten sleep. So he's going to, while he's moving, he stabs his hand with the unicorn horn. Loses a point of stamina in order to remember and cast sleep. There's a 15. +2 is 17. He is definitely casting sleep. Gotta love it when sleep fires off. Where are we at? Where's sleep? What it is 17. Okay. So 1d4. How's this sucker manifest? 2. Only Jasper and really only Jasper and the cultists see it, but these swan wings just burst out of the ground in front of Jasper and hitting two, like just kind of engulfing two of the cultists, the two red ones trying to flee back behind, and back behind the other. Well, you know what? They've already got back there, so these swan wings are engulfing two of the gray robed guys, and then yep, and they fall asleep, only to be awakened by True Love's kiss. That's the stipulation that a lover's kiss is what Armstrong thinks. He has to, whenever he casts sleep, he's got to call out, kind of set what the wake up condition is. And for these guys, it's a lover's kiss, and that ain't gonna happen. I don't think even Mom loves these guys anymore. So, two of the grays are down. We're talking one gray awake, and two the red. We're gonna roll a morale check for these guys. The grays. That's not good. And then the crimsons. Oh, the crimsons. Oh, the crimsons aren't running. The one gray that's left spins around and rushes past the other grays, the two reds, and rushes down the hall. The two reds turn. There's no way they're going to be able to summon the tentacle now, and there's no running away. They pull out their ceremonial daggers and start racing in. They're going to fight it out with Jasper, apparently. That was Armstrong, and then Atticus. Atticus is moving up into the hallway. He's small. He's going to be able to get around. He comes racing, and he can move. He only moves 20 speed. So, 8, 5, 10, 50. Yeah, that's plenty. Atticus comes ripping around Jasper. This is his territory now. This is his kind of. He can do this. He comes in. He's just going to take one swipe at this guy with his hand axe. What's the armor class in these Crimson Robes dudes? 11. Screw it. He's going to attempt to. I'm just going to roll 2d20s. That 17 is going to have to be re-rolled. 13. That's a hit. All right, so he connects on one of the robes. 2 and just 2 points of damage. He slices one of the red robes. Red robe. Red rum. It's actually, technically it's crimson, but the pack is awake. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I had to let my dogs out. Right. Atticus had just rushed in there, nabbed one of these guys with his hand axe, and he was the last one up. No, now it's the gray robes. The gray robe guy's already running. He's running back down the hallway. Let's flash to Tarloff. Tarloff has found himself. Is he backed into? Yeah, he chose the wrong hallway to run down. He runs down. He took a quick left and finds himself at a dead end with a door. And he turns, and these three other gray robes are come running down the hallway at him. They can only take him on one by one. He's got a 5. And they're at... I'm going to get visited here now. They're at 6. Hi. Battle cat. Okay. So, they're going first. One of them is. Attacking him. Whoop. Let's do this. Alright, one takes a swing at him. And misses him. He swings back with his dagger. He needs a better weapon. He also misses. Oh, this is going to be back and forth. Okay. Ooh. The gray one sinks, hits him. What kind of damage are we talking? 1 to 4 plus 1. He takes 2 points of damage. So, Tarloff is trapped in this hallway. He needs to do something. There's a door right next to him. He's going to try to open the door. It'd probably be a bad idea. He's going to do the best he can. He rolls an 11. And he hits. Oh, good for him. Alright. His dagger does 1 to 4. Hi, baby. Doing 2 points of damage. Does he do 3? Tell me he does 3. He doesn't. He's going to spend a point of luck. And he just luckily, the gray robe guy, he goes to stab him. He steps in just the right time, and he's able to bring the dagger right into its neck, and it dies. As it falls, the tentacles burst out of it, out of the body in front of him, whipping around. They try attacking him, hitting him for 1d. What's 1d3 minus 2? So which isn't very much. So it's 1, right? 1 point of damage. So he doesn't have a lot, but now he has to deal with that. We're gonna flash back to Jasper. Jasper's bearing down on Atticus and the first robe guy. He definitely hit. Well, definitely hits. Okay, and he's doing 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 2 is 7. Yeah. Shade Slayer cuts deep. Totally cuts the head off this guy. Down. Tentacle burst open. I guess Atticus should have attacked the other pile of tentacles. We'll have to take care of that. We've got 2 piles of tentacles erupting in front of them. We have 1 red-robed guy left in that hallway. Next person who's up is Tasha. Tasha's casting Magic Missile now. She casts Magic Missile. I think she had forgotten Magic Missile. No, she had forgotten Flaming Hand, so we're good on that. 12 is good. 12, we'll take 12. 12 is 15. 12 is 15. And 15 is 1d4 plus caster level. I'll take it. 1d4. Hey, this is manifestation though, because I do like my manifestations. A flaming arrow shoots out of her hand, hitting this guy for 4 points of damage. The flaming arrow that shoots out of her hand bursts into his chest, and he staggers back, but he doesn't go down. Atticus attempts to stomp out one of these. Oh, he misses. Tries to stomp out one of the piles of tentacles. Armstrong's not really in the right place to do anything. So now it's Grey Robe. There's no Grey Robes left. That one's running back down the hall. It's Red Robe. Red Robe is attempting to attack Jasper. Trying to defend himself against Jasper. Ooh. He fumbles. Let's roll 1d4 on the fumble chart for this guy. He trips. And he's got to do a reflex save, or he's on the ground. That's not good for this guy. And he doesn't make it. He is on the ground. So, the red robe, the one last red robe in this hallway, steps to attack Jasper, puts his foot in the middle of the tentacle mass from his buddy, and slips on it and falls prone on the ground. Jasper takes advantage of this. He's just going to wade through these tentacles. They're both going to attack him. One hits him for a point of damage, but he doesn't care. He's going to punish this interloper. He swings his sword at the prone dude. That would actually have... He would have used a D24 to hit, but he definitely hits with his D die doing 3. So, yeah. So, Jasper wades through these tentacle piles and just executes the last red-robed guy. And of course, as preordained, tentacles burst forth. And Jasper and Atticus, we're going to roll for these guys to... Alright, so there's going to be one hit. Okay. Atticus is going to take another point damage, and then we're going to say that these guys are taken care of. Atticus immediately starts running down the hall because he knows Tarloff is somewhere down farther and he needs help. He might need help. Doesn't know what's going on. So he starts moving. The rest are going to follow. We're back to Tarloff, fighting for his life in the middle of the hallway. He's got a tentacle mass in front of him, and then another Grey Robe is attacking him. The Grey Robe misses him, though, with his nasty dagger. Does he? 10, 12? Yes, just barely misses Tarloff. The knife slides off his leather armor. Cuts into his leather armor, but does not cut him. The tentacles at his feet, however, they miss him as well. Tarloff is good at dancing. Tarloff attempts to stab the Grey Robe. He hits the one in front, doing 1d4. He only does 3 points of damage. Well, actually, that's all he needs, isn't it? Yep. Right into his chest. Second one's dead. There is one left. Oh, but he's got a growing pile of tentacles. The last one, we're going to roll for morale. The last one turns and runs. And so Tarloff's got to deal with these two tentacles. We're just going to roll d20 for both of them. And he misses both, so he's going to take 2 points of damage from these tentacles. He's pretty... We're going to roll and see... Oh, wow, dude. Come on, man. Wait, what are these guys' armor class? Oh, wait, hold on. Their armor class is 4. He kills them both. Just barely. Well, from the last roll, he definitely rolled over 4. At least once. So, he kills them. He stomps them out. There's two gray robed. One's running from the other fight, and one's running from his fight, and they meet in the hallway. And let's see, where are they? What are they gonna do? Oh. Huh. The party comes running down the hallway. Well, I guess I know where that one. They're not going to meet in the middle because I know exactly where they're going to go. As the party with led by Atticus comes around the corner and heading down the hallway that Tarlov initially ran down, they see at the T section a gray robe run by, heading north, and so they head down, and they get down there and they see him turn a corner. Just then they hear running from the south, and they turn, they ready themselves, and Tarlov comes running around and goes, "Oh, hey, did you see one of those bastards run by?" They go, "Yes." They went this way, and they head up north because they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to finish these guys off. They can't have them running around alerting everybody. And as they move up the north corridor, there's a door on the right. They had seen this guy going to the end and turning. And they move up there, and there's a door, and it's half open. And as they look in carefully, they see that it's kind of a bigger room, and they see more robed guys in there, gray robed guys. Thinking quickly, Naomi steps up and closes the door, and motions for everybody to get ready. And they all kind of lay in wait there at the end of the hallway to see what happens next. And we're going to leave us there. A little bit of a cliffhanger. We're going to leave us there to see what happened, and we'll continue on next week to see what happens. We still got the peasants and the wheel. This has all been happening really fast and furious. Not sure what's all going to happen from all this, but we will see. Yeah. Thanks for joining me. Sorry I had to take off for a minute to take care of my dogs. Y'all have a great night. Thanks for joining me. We will tune in next week to continue this adventure, People of the Pit. Other than that, have a great weekend. Viva la Dungeon!